and welcome to Movie Reviews by South and Homer. We're going to TV land today, folks. Not the station, the place. We're going Netflix series Space Force Season 1. Season 2 is coming out on February 13th, 2022. Figured I should binge watch this and give you a good take on what Season 1 is going to get you so you can be ready for Season 2. Space Force is a satirical look brought to you by Greg Daniels and Steve Carell. The Office, many other things. Greg Daniels, Parks and Rec, The Office. Drawing a blank. There's something on Amazon Prime. Uploaded. He's been there. He's made you laugh. Steve Carell, Office, Bruce Almighty, 40-year-old version. If you don't know Steve Carell by now, I suggest you just turn on your TV. He's going to be somewhere. This is a satirical look at the new branch of government formed in 2020, named Space Force. I think it was formed before that, but this season dropped in 2020. That's why I go there. It's a satirical look at that, and they could have taken the easy route and just taken pot shots at who came up with the name Space Force, what Space Force is. They could have just played on that name constantly. They do not. It's kind of got that Office vibe where it's the workplace comedy in this weird military base. Like nobody knows what the heck's going on. You got an undermining scientist who's not behind the blow it up and ask questions later mindset that the military wants him to have. He's more of the space is a frontier where we can rectify the things of Earth, the things that we've wrecked on this planet. Let's not just go blowing everything up. Carell's character of four-star General Naird is a mix of Michael Scott hardened by the military. He doesn't have, there's some moments where you get that Michael Scott action. He does the Sawran in this, if those Office fans looking for the connection. Most of the comedy comes from bureaucratic incompetence and workplace fellow co-workers just not jiving, wanting something different in the same situation. They have a brewing love story between two characters. They have a family that was falling apart, kind of brought back together in the end, and in a way unexpected, and you don't see it coming. John Malkovich is in it as the lead scientist who kind of acts as the antagonist to Steve Carell's character. They're just philosophically different. Man in the military, man of education, forced to work together. Malkovich is Malkovich. You're going to get a good performance. He's going to be funny in how he delivers his performance. He goes over the top when he needs to. He goes understated when he needs to. Same with Carell. He knows how to ramp it up. He knows how to dial it back. They do well together, and there is the friction you need in the comedy. It's just their pairing is nice in this, and you will enjoy it because of them. It's the day-to-day operations of this branch of the military that this four-star general did not expect to be assigned to. He was expecting to take over his field in the Air Force, and nobody knows what the hell to make of this because space is a new frontier, and they kind of make the military and the government look like boobs because they don't understand that space isn't Earth. The moon isn't Earth. So that's kind of some comedy there. They have the science team that's just this is research. We're going to learn how to populate the moon and do better than we did with Earth, and then we go to Mars. And they don't know how to react when something comes up, and the first suggestion is drop a bomb. That's how we'll fix the problem. We'll drop a bomb. It's got more of a dramatic feel. It doesn't have that bright light sitcom comedy, even though it is a kind of a situational comedy. Single camera situational comedy, sitcom for short. I don't know why I keep saying situational comedy. It's supposed to be a comedy. It's got a dramatic feel. The cinematography is great in this. The lighting they use it's a welcome addition to Greg Daniels' repertoire in his work. Not just bright single, everything's evenly lit take. It is a little dry. It is a little lagging. The first season will be hard to watch at times. But if you set aside the notion that this is going to be hilarious like The Office, this is going to be talking heads, it's going to be like Parks and Rec, it's going to be these things Daniels has done that's been successful, expect it to be just like that, you're going to be disappointed and you're not going to want to continue. If you can set aside that notion and go in this with a blank slate, not knowing Greg Daniels' past, not knowing Carell's past, not knowing anything, and just blank slate it, you'll be entertained by it. There are some flaws, like in all Greg Daniels' shows, the first season is generally the worst. And they make they make changes by season 2, and it seems to get a lot better. So season 2 dropping, I'm a little excited to see how they change it and maybe make it better. Maybe they stay the course and keep it the same. I don't know. The ending will have you wondering where they're going to go in season 2, how they're going to go, because how this ends with kind of Carell's character breaking every rule he's been hardened to believe steadfast and true. So it's interesting to see where they'll go from this. Maybe they'll just say it was all a dream and start over. I don't know. Writing wise, it is well written. They use a lot of science. They put a lot of thought into what they're talking about. It doesn't seem like they're just making it up to me. It seems like they generally researched some things and tried to make it look like they know what they're talking about. Peek behind the curtain on how military bases run is taking pot shots at a very laughable situation that happened in the real world, but that's where it kind of ends. It doesn't drop names, it doesn't go overly political, it doesn't do all those things because it wants to bring you back. It wants to make sure it's not stepping on toes, which maybe it's a bad thing, maybe it's a good thing, but it doesn't really step on the toes unless maybe you're in the military. You'll find a lot of the things offensive. It's not painting the military in a bad light, I'll say that. It's showing kind of, I believe, the true nature of the military, and it's not that it's all bomb, 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 kill, kill, kill. There is some discussion that is had and some rationale played behind it, where it seems the military is the cooler head. The generals and the admirals are the cooler heads that prevail in this, and they kind of figure out the best move despite their rationalities coming from those in the elected political positions. I'll say that. Space Force on Netflix now, season 1. Season 2 coming out February 13th, 2022. I will do my best to get that binge watched and out to you the quickest. Subscribe so you know when that drops. This is kind of a quick take. I might do a little more long form one on this one. It feels like it might be deserving of it. So again, subscribe so you see when those drop. Give me a follow so you can get more amazing content here over at Movie Reviews by South of Normal with me, Mike Sawran. Again, we went to TV Land today. That's going to happen from time to time because there's lots of great stuff over there on TV, streaming, in theaters. There's something to wet your whistle no matter where you go. Till next time, folks. Thank ya.